Welcome to Study Loop.
All right, so problem 30 is all about cell signaling in a single-celled organism. So in a single-celled organism here, if this is a little cell, it's going to have lots of receptors, right? And it's going to produce some autoinducers, right? So it's going to produce some autoinducers. And if it comes into contact with an autoinducer, it's sort of like a positive feedback loop, right? So the autoinducer reaches the signal, and then in turn is going to produce more autoinducers. And so as cell density increases, right, these autoinducers, rather than sort of diffusing away, they're more likely to come into contact with other cells, right? So they're more likely to come into contact with the receptors of other cells, causing then, if it goes into there, it's going to cause more production, and then it's you see this sort of like I said, it's a positive feedback loop, and so the thing is that these are communicating by two main sort of functions, right? So we had, if you recall from multicellular organisms, there was that autocrine system where it can signal to itself, so that could certainly occur. Or there's the paracrine where it sort of can travel across a short distance. So if this cell here was producing one of these autoinducers, it could travel into a nearby cell. But what it definitely lacks, right, is something similar to the endocrine system, right? In our endocrine system, if we had this is a brain here, right? We had signals that went from our brain all through our body, right? So say to our thyroid, right? These are like our hormones and stuff. And so the single cell organisms really can only transmit a signal in a very short distance, just a nearby cell or possibly itself. And so this coordinating between long distance that multicellular organisms have is much more complicated, whereas the single cell organisms just do the neighbors. And so the correct answer here is going to be A.